Children, we are going to derive formula for magnetic field due to a long current carrying solenoid. In the previous class, I taught you Ampere's circuital law and about solenoid, right? Quickly, let us recollect Ampere's circuital law. Now, you look at this diagram, children. You can see a current carrying conductor, right? I is the current in the conductor. It will produce the magnetic field, right? Around the straight conductor, magnetic field is circular, okay? Now B is the magnetic field. Now what is the source of magnetic field? You know that current is the source of magnetic field. So once when the magnetic field produced by this conductor, it comes into it spreads around the conductor, right? Now once when it's spread around the conductor, you have to introduce another quantity, that is permeability, right? Permeability here I have assume that around the conductor there is free space. Magnetic field is going to spread in free space, right? So the magnetic field now solely does not depend not only on current but also on the medium, property of the medium, right? அதாவது magnetic field வந்து முதல்ல current மட்டும் டிபெண்ட் ஆயிருக்குன்னு சொன்னோம். current அந்த magnetic field கண்டக்டர்லேருந்து ஸ்ப்ரெட் ஆனதுக்கப்புறமா மீடியம் ஒரு வேக்யூமில் ஸ்ப்ரெட் ஆனதுக்கப்புறமா மேக்னெட்டிக் ஃபீல்ட் நீ வந்து இந்த ரெண்டு குவான்டிட்டியும் டிபெண்ட் ஆகிருக்கும். ஒன்று வந்து பெர்மியபிலிட்டி ஆஃப் ஃப்ரீ ஸ்பேஸ் அண்ட் another one is the current. So to find the total magnetic field, what you have to do is you have to imagine a Amperean loop. Whatever I have drawn in this blue color, you have to enclose the magnetic field. This B should be captured, okay? Otherwise enclosed by the Amperean loop. This is Amperean loop enclosing this magnetic field, right? Now in the Amperean loop, I have considered a small line element dl. You know dl is a scalar. To convert it into a vector, you are introducing n cap, unit vector. So dl n cap, we can say it as dl vector. Now you know this is the direction, this tangent is the direction of B vector. Now the angle between this B vector and dl vector, you can see that is theta is the angle between B vector and dl vector, right? So now the total magnetic field B total, it depends upon what are the factors? It depends upon B vector, dl vector and also cos theta, right? Magnitude of B vector, magnitude of dl vector and cos theta. Now see, you have to consider actually B is the magnetic field in unit length. dl is the length you are considering unit value. It might be 1 millimeter or 1 centimeter. So in unit length, magnetic field is B. For you have to sum up dl, all the small lengths. If you sum up, you will get the total magnetic field. You have to sum up all the B values in the dl. So to sum up, what I am going to do, I am going to put an integral symbol that the summing up is carried over this closed loop, right? So you can see that it is of the form AB cos theta. You can write it as dot product B vector closed integral B vector dot dl vector, right? So this is the expression for total magnetic field. Now if you can substitute here. Now if you substitute here, what do you get? Closed integral B vector dot dl vector is equal to, what is on the right hand side? Mu naught I enclosed, right? The current enclosed here, I am representing it as I. So this is the expression for Ampere's circuital law. While learning about solenoid, you know that solenoid is a helical coil, right? The magnetic field is along the axis of the coil. Outside the solenoid, there is no magnetic field. Got it, children? Now you can see a very long solenoid which carries the current. Now in the solenoid, the length of the solenoid is very large compared to the diameter of the solenoid. This is the cross-sectional view of the solenoid. At the upper part you can see the dot, in the lower part you can see the cross. What does it represent? The current, the wire solenoid coil, it is coming out of the paper and here it goes into the paper, right? Current is coming out of the paper through the coil and in this part it is going into the paper, right? So current out of the paper is represented by cross, current into paper is represented by dot, and L is the total length of the solenoid, and N is the total number of turns of the solenoid. We are going to apply Ampere's circuital law. So that means you have to consider the Amperean loop. In the solenoid, I have considered a rectangular A, B, C, D. A is the Amperean closed loop, right? And this is the Ampere circuital law formula: closed integral B vector dot dl is equal to mu naught I enclosed, and we will represent it as equation 1. Now if you see in the closed loop, there are 4 lines, right? AB is the first line, BC second line, CD is the third line, and DA is the fourth line. So in this equation, left hand side of the Ampere circuital equation, ABCD closed loop of B vector dot dl vector, there are 4 line integrals. Okay, this 4 line integral, this is integral number 1. Look at the diagram. This is A to B, line integral A to B, B vector dot dl vector. This is the second, B to C, line integral B to C, B vector dot dl vector. Same way, line integral C to D, B vector dot dl, and this is the fourth one, that is D to A, line integral D to A, B vector dot dl. So this circular loop has 4 integrals. I have named it as 1, 2, 3, 4 for you to understand easily. This is first integral, second, third, and fourth integral. Now we will, if you look at these 2 integral, I mean second and fourth integral, BC line integral and DA line integral. See, BC line integral and this is DA line integral. You can see the angle between, this is B vector, right? This is B vector and this is DL vector. This is DL vector and this is B vector. What is the angle? 90 degree, right? So for the second and the fourth vector, B dot dl is BDL cos theta, right? Theta is 90 degree. So this term fully becomes 0. So second and this fourth integral value becomes 0. So now look at the third integral. This value also will become 0. The reason is, you can see this CD line integral. You can see the CD line integral. Where does it lie? It lies outside the solenoid. This is the solenoid, right? CD line integral lies outside the solenoid. You know that magnetic field outside the solenoid is 0. That is the reason the third integral, that is what is the third integral? C to D, B vector dot dl is equal to 0 because magnetic field outside the solenoid is 0. So what is the leftover integral? First integral. So line integral A to B, B vector dot dl is equal to, you are writing it in cos form, modulus of B vector, modulus of dl vector. The angle between B vector and dl vector, you see in this AB integral, this is B integral, right? Look at this diagram. This is B integral. DL vector, B integral is in this direction, DL vector in this direction. So what is the angle between DL vector and this B vector? DL vector and B vector angle is 0, right? So cos 0, theta is 0. So if for the, as far as first integral is considered, what you will get? Cos 0, theta is 0. You know that cos 0 is 1. So what is left over? B is a constant, take it out. So DL vector, right? Integral DL A to B, you will get L, right? Integral dx is x, same way integral DL is L. So L is what you see, this length, okay, this AB, that is CD length, I am considering it as L. So integral DL is L, right children? So I am considering L is can be, if you take it for the whole solenoid, you will get small l as capital L. L is the length of the Amperean loop. Capital L is the entire length of the solenoid. Here I am considering the entire length of the solenoid. So the first integral value will get BL, right? Now coming to, the Ampere circuital law, right hand side you see mu naught I enclosed. You should know what is this I enclosed value. Okay, mu naught I enclosed value, children. Now if you see this mu naught I enclosed value, now I is the current in the coil. In this ampere and loop encloses how many turns? N turn. Total number of turns in the solenoid is N, right? Total number of turns into current in each turn is I. So I enclosed is N into I, where N is the total number of turns, I is the current in N turns. So you know that I enclosed value. Now this is, look here, I have again written this Ampere circuit law. Closed integral B vector dot dl vector is equal to mu naught I enclosed. So first integral you got BL, that is equal to mu naught I enclosed is N into I, right? That is what I have written here. So if you take B here, L will come to the denominator. So B is equal to mu naught Ni by L. N by L can be replaced as small n, where small n is the number of turns per unit length. Okay, N is the number of turns per unit length. So number of turns per unit length is capital N by capital L. Total number of turns by total number of turns. Small n is capital N by L. So N by L I have replaced it as small n. So magnetic field B is equal to mu naught Ni is the formula for the magnetic field of the solenoid. Here these two are constant. Number of turns and mu naught is a constant, right? These two are constant. For fixed I value, B will also be a constant. Got it, children? This is a 5-mark question. I hope you understood. Thank you.